What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to professional condenser mics. These are them. I apologize in advance for the quality of the video, but today's video is going to be about microphones. Pardon me a second. All right. So again, back to here. So right now we are recording with with this one. And again, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get my things in order here. So this is the AU-PM421 by Maono, and then this one is the Maono PM AU-PM401. Now, the reason I keep coming in and out is simply because this is a cardioid microphone and I need to be speaking right here. If I veer off and I go behind here, you guys can hear that the audio is definitely different. So let's just go through what these look like. And then I'm going to switch the feed from this one into this one. And hopefully you guys will still hear me and it won't cut out. The difference is probably something that you will definitely not notice. But I will go over some of the little specs to tell you why this one is worth a little more money. Because at the end of the day, it's about the price. So first of all, this company has been around for a while. I've reviewed I think one or two products maybe a couple of years ago, but I needed to get a new microphone set up because the microphone that I've been currently using is a pretty professional grade. But I am using an XLR cable to connecting that to a mixer, and then that has a cable connected to my PC. A lot of workaround to try and get this thing working. So I wanted something for my new studio that I could, two mics actually, that's why I got both of these, that I could basically just plug in my USB and have it work on my laptop or my desktop. And this company accomplishes that. So essentially, it's just a USB cable, and you plug this into your PC. This one also comes with a boom arm. Right, so both of these kits have a boom arm. So this is a 2-axis, and there's a lot of rotational knobs here on the shock mount that you can basically flip it upside down or whatever, what have you. Let's take a look at the quality of this one. Again, this is the 421. So this one's got a little nicer body. There is a, I'm just gonna rotate this for you guys. There's a metal all the way around, right? There's an LED button, and then there's a gain knob over here. Now, if I put the gain knob all the way down, you won't hear me. So you probably want to have it about halfway up. Essentially, the gain knob is if I'm far away, I can crank this up and you'll still hear me. The distance from the mic that you guys want to be is approximately, I want to say, a foot and a half. That's kind of like the ideal distance from a podcasting mic. It also comes with a pop filter. So again, if you're doing ASMR stuff, let me just get close to this. Hi guys. So you may be hearing the fan behind me, but I kind of doubt it. Right, that kind of nonsense. Well, I'm sorry, it's not nonsense. I wish I had that in me. But if that's kind of content you want to produce, then these mics are also good for it. And then now let's look at this one. Okay, so we're at this point. I'm going to unplug this one, and I'm going to unplug this one. Okay. So we'll just go into my control panel because both of them are actually hooked up. And now we are going to go click on the Maono 401, and we're going to set it as default device. And boom, we should be talking now through this one and not this one. So this particular mic, and I hope this is actually working because I have not tested it or not where I can switch with these, is just a little, smaller cousin. I don't know what to call it. The kit is identical, so you have the same boom arm setting with a 2-axis. By the way, you also get cable ties, so your USB cable doesn't fly around. You also get the same pop filter. Hey guys. Maybe you can go to sleep. Anyway, so this is sort of like what the audio quality is from this one. This is the 401. Again, I'm just going to show you the box. This is the box. And the difference is, and again, you're gonna hear a little less of me because I'm switching behind the mic now, is that the quality of this one is a little less. It weighs about 90 grams less than this one. You can definitely tell the difference in weight. Also, plastic, and you just plop it down. So you cannot maneuver it. It kind of has to sit upright like this, which is all right because most of the microphones are like this. However, I did see some microphones that are kind of like this. And unfortunately, I mean, you could do it, but oh, okay, that just looks phallic. But anyway, this one you could put in many different directions, upside down, and it's not gonna fall off. You can do it this way, and it just looks cooler as well, right? Now let's get into the real specs of this. So I'm gonna speak through this one right now, and the specs on this versus this one are, I'm gonna put both boxes beside. I guess I could do this, but then I won't be able to tell you what the differences are. So the biggest differences I want to say are that this one's max PL is 120, whereas this one is 125. Why am I even leaning into it? I don't really have to. And the sound to noise ratio on this one is 70 decibels, whereas on this one, the 421 is 474 decibels. So the sound to noise ratio is kind of important because what it does is it's that hiss that happens by default if there's no noise happening, no audio coming in, and then you crank the audio to maximum. So you're going to have that static, that whatever that is. I'm not an audiophile, but I do know a little bit. So that's what the sound to noise ratio is. So essentially, the higher the sound to noise ratio is on the specs, the less of that voltage, electrical hiss you're going to get. So this one's got 70, this one's got 74. The best you can get is 94, and that is impossible to get as far as I'm concerned. And you wouldn't want to pay for it, especially if you're a vlogger or you're doing this kind of stuff. So your sweet spot is between 69 and 76. Okay, so if you can capture SN ratio between those two and you don't have a lot of external noises to worry about, you're good to go. Okay, so again, 74, 70. If you're recording, say, drums and very loud things, then you don't need a high sound to noise ratio because then all that static is going to get lost in all that noise and bass anyway. So if you're recording like drums and jackhammers and crowds outside, it won't really matter. So you can get a microphone that's like sound to noise ratio at like 60 if you want, or even 50. But if you're doing special effects for movies and you need to be super precise and absolutely no noise because the cinema is going to be super quiet, then you want to get something that's higher. So I think the professional ones are about 80 or so. So if you can get 80, 84, that's like premium grade. But for our purposes, that's absolutely not necessary. And then what else is important on here? The knob. So this one has a gain knob again, as I was saying, and this one does not. So this one you definitely probably want to be always kind of speaking out at the same distance, whereas this one you can kind of get away by being a little further. So that is the review. I don't think I can say any more. I'm keeping both of these mics, of course. One's going to be for my laptop, which is going to be this one, and then the better one is going to be for my workstation. That way I can go up and down because I'm leaving this one down here, whereas my studio is in the other room. I'm going to have the better version over there. But anyways, that's my video. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope that I made your decision just a little better. Before I go, is this microphone better than, the Yeti and all the other ones? I'm not going to go and compare those. All I can say is that if you want a very easy microphone, workable microphone that is just plug and play and works with laptops, you can move it around, then this is probably it. They also have one additional microphone kit that essentially doesn't require a boom arm, and that's same quality of everything except no boom arm, and that one is just like a little stand. And I'm probably going to get that so I can hook it into my cell phone. I just got to find an adapter that will work with the USB. So anyways, that's the video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. This whole live thing is a little different, so I'm going to try and do a little more videos with that. But we're also obviously going to be wanting to do an edit, so everybody else gets a shorter, more what's the word? More concise version. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.